Hello everyone and welcome to this week's edition of Reino de las Mascaras, the Kingdom of the Masks. I am your host as always, Ray de Mascaras, and today we're going to turn back the clocks. We're going to turn back the clocks quite a bit as a matter of fact. So, the mask that we are going to talk about here today is the oldest ring-worn mask in my collection. So, probably 80% of my collection when it comes to ring worn and official is from 2020 or so and forward. You can see back there, I got the AEW ring worns. We've got the PWG ring worn Bandito back here. And we got a couple of other, they're not ring worn, but they are from 2021, kind of right behind me, minus the Joker mask. Valiente right behind me here with 2017, and then directly behind me out of camera range, the masks I picked up from First here this year. So this one here, I don't have a whole lot of background info as far as matches it was used in, but going through the timeline and knowing when this particular luchador lost the mask, we can pinpoint it at a minimum of 25 years. Because they lost their mask in 1998. So, without further ado, we've got this amazing Aguila mask. Aguila, if you're not familiar with 90s lucha, you will definitely probably recognize him as S.A. Rios or Papi Chulo. I know he wrestled under both of those names, specifically the S.A. Rios name a little more prominently in the WWF, appeared in WWF No Mercy, if you've played the game. So this is one of my more sizable masks, I think we'll call it. It's kind of hard to actually get the whole thing top to bottom in camera frame, with this horn right up in the front here. You can definitely see it's got some wear and tear on it. You can see it definitely saw some ring time. Not exactly sure again when it was. We do have the signage back here. A lot of it, it's a little bit faded, but it's a little difficult for me to make out. Still getting the Spanish under my belt a little bit. So, but interesting that it's signed on the outside. So this one I have worn a little bit more often than most of my ring worns. Most of the ring worns are signed on the inside, and I'm just paranoid that, sweat, bodily, whatever, moisture on the skin is gonna, rub things off. So I do prefer them signed on the inside. The two that I got from Arrow Boy I do have signed on the inside, but I don't wear them too often. But amazing mask. I love the color. Everything just kind of pops off really well. For me, in the beard, nice wide open mouth area is nice. I can fit everything through it. You'll see that in a second here. But yeah, it's definitely one of my bigger ones. We talked about Taurus here a couple of weeks ago. That's probably the only one I can really compare. As far as the size goes, other than maybe like Laredo Kid, because Laredo's got the designs coming off the back here. So I'll go ahead and duck out momentarily, put this one on. You can see what it looks like on my head. So I'll be right back with you. And we're back, and I'm blind. Not really, but I always forget about the mesh piece over the eye, so it's a little funky for me right now. But yeah, this is what it looks like. You can see I can't really get the whole thing in frame. If I were to wear it for more than a couple minutes, I would slide the beard through this opening. I've done it before, but I don't have a tie. Usually I would tie this in, so it's just like loop this through and it all sets in. But you can see here, the chin piece would theoretically rest pretty well underneath there, but super comfortable. This is one, if I were out and about, it wasn't something that was signed, I could wear it pretty comfortably all day. Again, wide open here, easy to breathe through. If I had a straw, I could still get my drink, still get my water intake and whatnot. So yeah, this is what it looks like when it's on my head, my bald head, obviously. So yeah, just really cool. Like I said, hard to kind of get used to the mesh right away. I actually kind of forgot it was on there when I put it on there, so I'm like, oh, kind of spacing out a little bit. So I'll slip the other mask on, I'll show it off a little bit off of the head, and we'll wrap it up. So one more moment, and we're back. So off the head, it doesn't look overly big, it folds up pretty well, but you can kind of see, a lot of the wear and tear, especially like up here. The mask is adjusted through pull strings here. I really don't need them, but it's, these kind of took me a little bit getting used to. I believe my Mystical mask also has the same mechanism, RMEs too. And I was so used to either the snap here, the snap on the back, or a zipper and stuff like that. So yeah, I mean, again, you can see a lot of the wear and tear. It definitely saw some good use, and yep, slipping off my hand there, and then shot there of it signed by Aguila himself. So definitely a cool piece. I would kind of be interested to do a little bit of a deep dive when I have the time to see if I can't pinpoint a specific match where this one was used. It is a little bit difficult with the time frame. Promo Azteca, which is where Aguila wrestled primarily before joining CMLL, a fair amount online, but also not a whole lot in the same respect. So one of these days I will do a deep dive though and see if I can't pinpoint a match or matches that this bad boy was used in, because you've seen the displays here. I would love to have something that would show the mask actually in use. So that is today's episode. As always, thank you for joining. I appreciate the comments, the likes, the subscribes. We got over 50 subscribers. I don't remember if I mentioned that, but thank you. Thank you so much. And I did work it out with YouTube, and live videos are now possible. So I'll give probably a little heads up, probably over on Instagram, and I'll start doing some unboxings when I get masks over here. I'll probably alternate between Instagram and YouTube, so keep an eye out. You never know when something's gonna get shown off, or I might just randomly go live on a day and take questions, take whatever. So let's look forward to that. Summer's coming to a close, unfortunately, but we can still have our fun, right? All right, folks, thanks again for joining. Until next time, live, laugh, love, and as always, Lucha Libre. We'll see you next time.